Hey guys, welcome to Red Balloon and this little segment that I wanted to try out to see if you like it or not. But this little segment is called WTF Twitter. And it's essentially I'm going to look through Twitter and just see some random comment and either try and answer the comment with useful information or just try and help the person in regards to what they're saying, what they're asking. Twitter has become a very toxic, well, Twitter has always been somewhat toxic, but it's become a very toxic place, especially for DC fans and Marvel fans and Star Wars fans and all of them, the Snyder cult, the gun enthusiast, all at each other's throats. So this will give us a little bit of a snippet in what I'm referring to. So let's have a look and see if there are any comments which will, pique our interest. So, I mean, straight off the bat, we can see here the Steam Giver, a notorious Snyder cultist who loves everything Snyder does without question, hates anything that is DC that doesn't involve Snyder. So it's interesting to see what he has to say. So, highest grossing Superman solo and 873 million. Viewer didn't go to see it. How do these people manage basic daily functions? Okay, so this was in reply to, look, Zack Snyder tried it. It didn't resonate with general audiences. The casual viewer didn't go see it, right? He's saying that, and I'm pretty sure it's in regards to Batman vs. Superman, okay? Man of Steel made 600 odd million, which was very good. Batman vs. Superman made 873 million, okay? Now, he's saying the viewer didn't go see it, but it made, say, 173 million. How do these people manage daily functions? But what he's not getting is that it didn't resonate with the general audience. The casual movie or the casual viewer didn't go see it. Now, the casual viewer probably did go to see it. What they didn't do is they didn't go to see it twice. Okay? And it didn't resonate with the general audience, which is why the audience score and the critical score are actually quite low for Batman vs. Superman. So it's Steam Giver. Yes, it's the highest grossing Superman film, but it's not a Superman solo film. Okay? It's Superman versus Batman. It's got Superman in it. It's got Batman in it. It's got Wonder Woman in it. Okay, it showed the Trinity on screen for the first time. 873 million. It was great. That's a decent take. But this is on the back of a Batman film that made $1 billion. It's on the back of another Batman film that made $1 billion. It's on the back of the MCU taking nobody characters, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, B-list characters at best at the time, and then creating an Avengers movie that made $1 billion. Having the Trinity together in a DC movie for the first time in the history of cinema should have crossed the $1 billion mark without even trying. The reason Emmanuel _ Nick says that it doesn't resonate with audiences is because it had a 68% drop off after the first weekend it was released. So it got released. To your point, yes, a lot of people went to see it. I was one of them, and I loved it. But it had a massive drop-off. 68%. Historic, even. And it didn't then make a lot of money beyond that. Okay, it did go on to make 873 million or, whatever the official figure was, but it didn't reach $1 billion. Okay, now $1 billion should not be the expectation of any superhero film, right? A Superman superhero film shouldn't just be expected to make $1 billion. Right? A Batman superhero film shouldn't be expected to make $1 billion. The same with Wonder Woman. But when you have all three of them together, and it's in the height, this is like released in 2016, right? 8 years ago. Fucking hell. 8 years ago. So it's in the height of the MCU, right? Civil War is coming out. Avengers made $1 billion. I think Iron Man 3 made $1 billion, right? Civil War probably made $1 billion. Batman, The Dark Knight made $1 billion. Batman Rises, or The Dark Knight Rises made $1 billion. So superhero films are at they are so high up in the world of cinema at the moment during 2016 that 873 can be considered not financially successful. I mean, it was financially successful. It made profit. But it didn't hit the heights it should have when you have the Trinity in a film at any one time. It didn't resonate with the general audience, okay? The general audience score is not emphatic. It didn't resonate with critics. It's rotten in Rotten Tomatoes. It's quite a low score elsewhere. Some of that is not really the film's fault. Some of that is the fault of Warner Brothers because they butchered the edit, cutting approximately 25 to 30 minutes out of the film. And they were really important minutes. People say it didn't change the film, but it did. Those 30 minutes changed the pacing. It changed how we looked and saw what happened to Clark. It changed a lot of the scenes that Lois would have had as well in regards to unraveling Lex's plan. So it really hurt the film. Right? Those 30 minutes cut by Warner Brothers really hurt the film, but it did not resonate. What are your thoughts on Batman vs Superman and whether or not it reached the general audience and met expectation? I would say it didn't. I'm going to say Steam Giver, you're wrong.